Has been compacted again overnight. A lot more snowmaking taking place in the cool weather last night, making the surface probably, I would say, maybe 10 to 20% better than it was yesterday. A very good surface yesterday, but I think it'll be even better again today with that little bit extra snow cover last night. The two teams been warming up. I've seen them. A couple of players to look out for in this game ahead of us will be the number 3 for the USA, Tommy Biddle Jr. He was a 10-goal indoor player in the United States. He's on 6 now in the outdoor, but as an indoor player in the United States, he was on 10 goals, which is the highest you can get to. Very, very strong in defence, with a very good clearing hit with the softer ball. So for most of you polo fanatics out there who have been watching the game on the grass, you'll notice there's a few differences here. One being that the ball is a lot softer and a lot lighter. But we're now going to stand for the national anthem for New Zealand. Now we'll have the national anthem for the United States of America. We thank the Argentine marching band for their rendition there of the New Zealand and the United States national anthem. And the teams will now introduce these players as they come up. So for number 1 for New Zealand, Kit Brooks, or Christopher Brooks as he's known. Number 2 will be Thomas Hunt for New Zealand, 5-goaler all the way from Auckland. And number 3 is Sam Hopkinson, 6-goaler, captain of the team. He'll be at the back. And for the United States, we have number 1, Del Walton, 3 goals. And at number 2 is Pelon Escapite, 6-goaler. And at number 3, Tommy Biddle, 6 goals. and the captain of the team. Again, both captains playing at the back, number 3. And they'll be trying to control the game from the back now as they give the ponies a quick warm-up and get ready for the throw-in of the first game here for the Zone 2 preliminary rounds for the Fortune Heights Snow Polo World Cup for 2014. The field is in magnificent order. This game, they'll have the best, the snow at its best. And it looks like we'll have umpires Nico Scorticini will be throwing the ball in. I love what the Chinese do here. They've got the horse the same colour as the umpire's uniform, so they match. Fantastic. They don't leave a stone unturned. So we're going to now go to the throw-in. We're going to have 3 chuckers. First chuckers, or all chuckers, will be 6 minutes. And the umpires will just move a little bit off the side of the field so the ball doesn't go out over the boards into the crowd. Very good crowd here today for this second day of play. And New Zealand will be heading with the win. Now the ball's being thrown in, and who's going out with the ball? It's New Zealand on the attack now to start. Biddle going back in defence very quickly now. I should say Escapite now, the number 2. He does a clearing shot across the field. Then the ball moving a lot quicker today, a lot less wind, so you'll see this ball run a lot truer than yesterday. Now, Biddle now taking the ball out onto the line. He's been hard ridden by Tom Hunt now. Tom Hunt for New Zealand just putting a lot of pressure on Biddle now. He's come up with the ball hunt. He's going to back it across towards goal, but it's coming off the leg of the other pony. Now, who's there? Captain Sam Hopkinson had the ball. Biddle saw the line, thought he had it, but he was wrong. Now umpires are blowing the whistle, and it's going to be a penalty. Not even 30 seconds into the game will go New Zealand's way. And I think you'll find they'll just give New Zealand a penalty there on the spot, so that you can see it here now. Hopkinson had that line, and Biddle just went across in front. A little bit too eager, just a little rush of blood now. Plays back in, and the ball is tapped forward by Hopkinson, but he's left it behind now. But who's come up with it? It's the United States. Now, here he is. Del Walton took the ball forward, but got hooked out of it there by Hopkinson now. And again, Kit Brooks for New Zealand claimed the line early. Escapite couldn't help himself. And Escapite on the grey pony, he didn't have the line. Kit Brooks created that line, the number 1 for New Zealand, and the USA just a little bit eager at the moment. And it looks like New Zealand will get the first opportunity to score with a penalty at the far end of the field now. Looks like it'll be Tom Hunt will take this. So they're going to give him a 20-metre, so a 20-yard, I should say. The United States team can't come out and defend this one. So Tom Hunt to see if he can put New Zealand on the board first. Coming from a penalty created by Escapite over here on this side of the field now. Hits it cleanly, lovely bounce, and it's New Zealand first on the board, and it's 1-0. Quick play called by the United States. They know they want to be the next one to score, and it's going to be Biddle now taking it in off the back line now. Good hustle in the middle of the field there from Kit Brooks, but now Kit Brooks has gone to Biddle, left the ball there for Tom Hunt again. Tom Hunt, lovely little back shot, and you can see that the ball is running a lot truer today with the drop in the wind, but the field is playing true as well. A lovely surface out here for the boys. Now, here we go. Escapite now just gets past his man now. He's still got to get past Kit Brooks, who's going to ride him hard into the boards there. Still claims the line there, Escapite for the USA now. USA inside the other half now. Yeah, Kit Brooks now just rode the USA player into the boards. They appealed for the foul, and as a result, the umpires have blown the whistle. Escapite saying that it was you can't push the player into the sideboards there. Umpires having a quick discussion. Scorticini and Chris Bethel. I think they definitely agree it was a foul, but what they were discussing is the severity of the penalty. And it looks like that will take it down to the centre of the 30-metre line, and the United States will get an opportunity now to strike back after a Very torrid battle here in the first opening minutes of this game. So I've got 4 minutes and 28 left on the clock. Clock will start once the USA player, Tommy Biddle, strikes the ball. And New Zealand can defend this one, being 30 yards out. But at the moment, it's New Zealand 1-0. A minute and a half gone in this first chukker of the Fortune Heights Snow Polo World Cup for 2014. Good tussle here. Hits it, but it's gone wide to the left. So, big sigh of relief for New Zealand now. They can capitalise on this and take the ball forward. Off the back line now. And it'll be Hopkinson for New Zealand, the captain, taking it out to his left, to our right of the screen now. Who's there? It's going to be Tom Hunt. Lovely shot, but it comes off the rump of Escapite's pony for the USA, but it's still New Zealand on the attack now. Tom Hunt, lovely little back shot in there. Walton backs it across. He tries to defend, and it goes out over the board. So there'll be a throw in on the far side of the boards, and it will be just inside halfway, just inside the New Zealand half. So with the USA, will have a little bit of field advantage here. Now the ball's been thrown in, goes up the centre of the line-out, but it's Tom Hunt again doing a mile of work here in this first game. Who's back there now? It's Kit Brooks for New Zealand. Coming up with plenty of possession at the moment, Kit Brooks. Now, Escapite on the grey pony. Takes it forward, can't get it. Biddle can't nail it either, but who's there? Del Walton, lovely little back shot to his number 2. Escapite is going to have to take it on the near side. Who's left there? It's New Zealand now with the line. Hopkinson takes it forwards, gets the deflection off the boards, but it's now Escapite now taking it forwards. Still inside the New Zealand half, so they've got the field possession, but can they get the shot to go where they want it? It's gone out to the right of the goal mouth. Will it roll over the back line? Hard ridden there. Del Walton goes for the near side, doesn't quite get it, and it's out over the back line. Ooh, great passage of play, exciting polo, and it will be New Zealand again breathing a sigh of relief as the USA coming close twice now, but still no cigar. It's still 1-0 in favour of New Zealand, and New Zealand on the attack but deep inside their own half, so they're going to have to do a little bit of work to get back into the field of the half of the United States. Who's there? Kit Brooks, lovely little play back to his captain now, Hopkinson, who's been hard ridden there by Escapite. Escapite now comes up with the ball, goes for a big backswing, gets it there. Del Walton tries, Biddle's got the ball. Who's there near side? It's Hopkinson, the captain of the New Zealand team now. Back goes Kit Brooks trying to get back to Walton. Kit Brooks and Walton fighting for the ball. Now the USA have got it, and he takes it out of the air. What a goal. If this is a goal, it'll be fantastic. Now who's there? Tom Hunt. Tom Hunt now. Back shot looking for runners. Who's going to have pony power to get through here? It's going to be Brooks. Brooks is going to have to get past Biddle to do it. Hard ridden there. What an amazing ride off there by Brooks, but it wasn't to be. But it is still New Zealand now with the ball through Tom Hunt. Tom Hunt looking for runners. His captain comes back. Oh, gets a very bad deflection off the pony's leg. Doesn't help the cause at all. Hunt taking it forward now. Leaves it behind. Gets a bad bounce, but it's going to be Del Walton that takes a clearing shot just to give his team some time now. Gets it into the far corner of the field, and Hunt backs it looking for Brooks. Brooks has still got to get past Biddle, who turns onto the line first. Biddle does a lovely little back shot towards the goal mouth. Who's going to be back there? Escapite, USA starting to get it together now. Escapite gets a very bad trip, but he still comes up with the ball. Great riding there by the USA. Will he have enough to get it through the goal? He's going to have to hit a big neck shot here. Hits the post, and it goes wide. Oh. Again, it's been all USA in attack here at the moment. New Zealand having to defend. And it's, as we've seen so many times this chukker, 1 minute left on the clock, and it's New Zealand defending deep in their own half, trying to get themselves up into the half of the United States. And it's Tom Hunt again. Biddle appealing for the foul, doesn't get it. Tom Hunt created that line. Now he hits it forward straight up to Brooks. Brooks is going to have to get to it early, but it's been, oh, the mallet's broken. And who's back there first? It's going to be Tom Hunt, as Del Walton squeals for a new mallet. His mallet's been broken. He's not going to be able to do much with the ball if he gets there. So all he's going to do is try and ride the man. Bell's gone. The clock's ticking. The shot clock is ticking. And whistle's gone. I think what you'll find's happened there, Del Walton for the USA has gone with a broken mallet and tried to create diversion so that while his mallet was broken, he couldn't do much with the ball, so he thought, I'll just go and take the man, and in doing so, he's ridden over the line of the New Zealand player and created a foul. So with 24 seconds left on the clock, it'll be the New Zealand team, after spending most of this chukker in their own half, with an opportunity to go one goal, another goal in front, so they'll end up finishing this chukker 2-0. But it's not over yet. The United States can defend this goal. And you'll see Tommy Biddle come out there and try and block this. Tom Hunt hits it cleanly, but it is wide to the right. So with 22 seconds clock back on, it's going to be United States trying to see if they can get one more quick goal before this chukker is over. And the United States come back onto the field of play with 22 seconds left, knowing that they need to get one more to finish this chukker on par with the New Zealand team. Umpires have blown time out while they wait for the players to come back onto the field. 22 seconds. Here goes the United States. One last throw of the dice. And it's Biddle bringing the ball in. Goes for the big clearing shot, but doesn't quite get it. Now it's going to be a back shot here by Brooks looking for runners. Tom Hunt's going to have to get past Escapide with this one. Lovely little back shot. Hits it back into the field of play. Brooks now, with all the time in the world, have to time it very well. He's got to get past Biddle. Leaves it behind for Hopkinson. Tries to clear away. Sam Hopkinson, with not much time left on the clock, puts it through with 2 seconds left. And New Zealand go to the chukker break with 2-0, 2 in front. We'll have a recap of that goal here, so you can see Kid Brooks takes the ball forward, rides through to create the diversion so that Sam Hopkinson, the captain, can come through and score that. A fantastic goal. So New Zealand go to the break now with a 2-second lead, and we'll be back shortly for the second chukker. Here, the Fortune Heights Snow Polo World Cup for 2014, and we're about to start the second chukker of our opening match here today, the Zone 2 preliminary games, and we've got New Zealand versus the United States of America. Hard-fought game, and the score at the moment sitting at 1-0. And I think they just are going to correct that, because New Zealand scored at the end of the last chukker there through. But the ball now to be thrown in, and it's going to be the United States to come out with it now. Who's here? Kit Brooks in defence, backs it lovely, looking out towards the centre of the field now. But who's going to be there? It is Pelon Escapite, and he's created a foul in doing so. So the United States now sort of creating a rod for their own back here. They've created 3 fouls in a very short period of time, and I think we saw the Australians do a little bit of this yesterday. Once the pressure gets to them and they start trying a little bit harder than they normally would, they start fouling, and the United States have created 3 fouls in a very short period of time, which is costing them dearly. Like, it's giving the New Zealanders a lot of field possession, and we now have New Zealand on the attack again. Now the United States can defend this one, as we said before. You see the ball there, it is a lot bigger and softer than the normal one, and it's goal time now for New Zealand. So 2-0, and it's the United States with a little bit of work to do now. They need to man up a little bit more, get a little bit tougher on their individual man, and can concentrate now on a few less fouls, just getting a little bit more discipline in their play. But it's now Biddle taking it forward, looking this lovely big shot. Can he get it out of the air? Can get it out of the air. Gets the deflection, gets the ball, now hitting off the bounce of the ball, and it's going to be Brooks backing it straight up the boards, but the United States back there first. Walton now for the United States, looking for the lovely little deflection shot off the wall. He's played in the indoor arena before, this guy. Now, foul now, Kid Brooks. Kid Brooks just thought he got the bounce, but umpires disagreeing. And it's now an opportunity for the United States to put put their first points on the board here this afternoon in a very, very close match here. First game of the day 2 of the Fortune Heights Snow Polo World Cup. We've got 2 more games coming after this. But the field is in pristine condition. The curator here has worked tirelessly on getting this surface so that it's safe for the horses, but also makes for a very fast and exciting match. And at the moment he's done just that, because it's a great day. The sun is out. It's cold here, but the wind has dropped off. It's now Tommy Biddle opening the shoulders for a hit, goes straight through, the flag's up, so it is the United States. They're back, and it's 1 goal on the board for them, and it's 2 goals to 1 in favour of New Zealand, with New Zealand now getting the hit in off the back line. So Hopkins on the buckskin pony. Sam Hopkinson hitting it up cleanly, gets the leg of the United States player now. Tom Hunt then goes up the line, appeals for the foul. Doesn't get it. Tom Biddle leaves it behind. Tommy Biddle Jr. leaving it behind now. Hopkinson again going to probably take this one back straight towards the boards. Lovely shot out of the air. Who's back there? It's going to be Tom Hunt looking for the deflection now. As Pelon Escapite just shadows the man as he rides, now going forward, gets to the line first, takes a clearing shot across the board, gets a deflection off the wall, and then a big ride off there by Tom Hunt. Amazing big ride there, and it goes, the ball goes out into the crowd. So they'll have a throw-in where the ball crossed the boards. A great pressure right off there by Tom Hunt for New Zealand. And it's still New Zealand with their nose in front, 4 goals to 1. Now, back shot there by Brooks across, but it's Tommy Biddle in defence now, backing it towards his man. Great to see the big man hitting it across to the board. Now another big ride off here. Kid Brooks, the 2 number 1s take each other on. And it's who's going to come up with it. They've lost sight of the ball. Who's there? Hunt again with Pelon Escapite. Whistle's gone. And it looks like it'll be a penalty on the spot for New Zealand. Escapite just coming around the front of the line there. Oh, unfortunate shot there, and it's worked out quite well, but it was a big neck shot there by Hopkinson, the captain for New Zealand. It came off the leg of the umpire's horse. USA tried to capitalise on that with Escapite, and you'll see here, so he's hit the ball across the field. Tom Hunt in hot pursuit, but Escapite just comes in, and very unlucky there to have missed that one, but it would have been, it's maybe just desserts, I suppose, if you look at it that way. But here we go. They're back in now. The ball with Biddle, just a big lofted shot towards the goal. Will it go? Oh, and he's waved it away wide. Whistle's gone. They've got their sticks in the air. Umpire's just waiting. I think what they're trying to say is that the ball went out. They're asking to see if the ball went out off the New Zealand player or not, but it doesn't look like it did, so it's going to be Captain Sam Hopkinson on the buckskin pony. Oh, whistle's gone again. Umpires go for a quick discussion. I think what they're just having a quick discussion to see whether the ball came out off a New Zealand player or not. So the umpires here do have a referee, a 3rd man up in the grandstand, who is watching the game from the side to give them another perspective. They can refer back to him at any time if they need to. So they're now looking up to the grandstand to see what he says. And I think they also have a microphone. They can talk to him at any time to say, you know, what's happening. You can see it clearly from up there. Was it a foul? Was it this? Did it go out off a Kiwi player, or did it go out off a United States player? Because if it goes out off a defending team player, the United States get similar to what they call a corner. In polo they call it a force, and what they can do is where the ball crossed the back line, they get another free shot at goal 30 yards out from the goal. So that's why they're just wondering here whether they actually get this free shot at goal or whether it's actually a hit into New Zealand. So they're They're checking it, looking for the third man's opinion, or they're talking to him at the same time. Because the United States are adamant that it did come off a defending player. A bit like in soccer, they have a force. So if you force it out a corner, if the defending players hit it out over the back, then the soccer players will get a force from a corner shot from the corner of the field. Well, this is very similar to that, but instead of hitting it from the corner, they get it a 30-yard shot at the goal in line with where the ball crossed the back line. So the umpire's now just waiting to get confirmation from the third man. And the United States quite adamant that it did come off a New Zealand player. They put their sticks up in the air. And but what a magnificent day for polo here at Tianjin in China. Players, 12 teams from all around the world. Australia, Brazil, Canada, Hong Kong, China have put a team in. England, France. France will be playing it later on today. They'll be taking on the might of the Canadians. That'll be a torrid battle. That's up next. And now we've also got third game today will be Brazil versus South Africa, which favourites for that one will be South Africa because they're the top seeds in Zone 2, which is this side of the draw. But they're going to you'll see some lovely slow motion action shots here. The cameraman not missing 1 second of this game. But it looks like now the umpires have got their decision, and they'll be hitting the ball back in from the back line now, and it'll be New Zealand on the attack. So, yes, umpires have spoken to the referee, and they've come up that New Zealand didn't touch the ball as it went out over the back line. So New Zealand now on the attack, but still inside their half, and it's Tom Hunt now with the ball. New Zealand with a near side shot. Kid Brooks now riding his man, Tommy Biddle. The Americans just waiting for the Kiwis. Looks like the whistle has gone. I think that the umpires are just wondering there whether Brooks may have ridden his the United States player into another player who was standing idle at the time. So they're saying it's a little bit unsafe. Let me just have a look here and see what the decision is. So, I see what it is. Okay. So what's happened there? The whistle has gone against the United States because Escapite turned across the line as the two players were coming down the line, and as a result, it's going to be another penalty to New Zealand. It's been a game of penalties, and you know what they say: if you're not fouling, you're not trying. So it shows you how torrid this battle is out here. And it'll be Tom Hunt for New Zealand now to see if he can make it 3-1. Tommy Biddle to defend. Number 3 for the United States. Hits it. Lovely hit. Umpires conferring. Chris Bethel saying he thinks it's gone out, so it will not be a goal. And it's the United States now breathing a sigh of relief, and they get the hit in off the back line with Tommy Biddle Jr. now taking the ball on the brown pony called Brown Sugar. Here he goes, up the line now. He's hit it out clearly to the boards, waiting for the deflection. Who's back there now? He's trying to look to someone to hit it through to, and he's got it to his number 1, but back there is the New Zealand captain, Sam Hopkinson, now on the buckskin horse, who comes up with the ball. Hooked out of it there now by Walton, the number 1 for the United States. Now he's been hooked out of it. Del Walton now going to go with another back shot. Gets New Zealand get a very lucky bounce there, but it's Biddle back shot, and the whistle has gone with the number 2 for the United States, Pelon Escapite, coming off his pony in back play. And the umpires are blowing the whistle for safety reasons to get him back onto to his pony as quickly as possible. Looks like Pelon's trying to practice his snow skiing skills or his ice skating skills as he tries to get back on this pony, who's very keen to get back to the pony lines. Anyway, Escapite's back on his horse. There's the Australian contingent. I think that might be John Bailey, Rookie Bailey from Australia, plays the 7-goaler. Up in the grandstand, watching intently, seeing keeping an eye on who he's going to be playing in the next round. It'll be umpire Scott Ticini throwing the ball in on his matching black and white pony to match his umpire's uniform. And the ball's been thrown in, but it looks like it's going to be Biddle now for the United States. Still 1 goal down the States, but Biddle has created the line here, and that was a foul. Big foul there by Thomas Hunt. Probably one of the best examples you can see of a foul. From the camera point here, you can see that Tommy Biddle had that line, and he was the first one to turn onto the line of the ball. And Tom Hunt from New Zealand thought he may have had it, but from where we sit, it was a blatant foul, and it'll be New Zealand in defence now as Tommy Biddle Jr. gets to tee the ball up. He'll either do one of two things. He'll try and look for a player to get it to, trap, control, and hit it through, or he'll just go for one big swoop and see if he can put it through the goals from here. He walks up. Tommy Biddle Jr. hits it. Lovely shot, but it's gone out to the right now. So he got the distance, but not the direction, and you can't blame the wind today because it's very still out there. It's perfect snow polo conditions, and it'll be Sam Hopkinson now bringing it in for New Zealand. The 6-goaler, captain of the New Zealand team now. Lovely neck shot out to the running man, Thomas Hunt, who's been ridden out of it by Tommy Biddle. The 2 Toms over on the boards. Now Escapite just dribbling it around the front. Escapite now, the number 2 for the United States. Leaves it for Biddle, who then goes to his man. Now a big neck shot, lovely approach shot across the field. Now it's Biddle. Who's going to be back there? Escapite, is it? No, Del Walton looking for the ball, but he's got to get past Hopkinson for New Zealand. Who's come through there? Kid Brooks. New Zealand now. Whistle's gone. Escapite, that's Del Walton there. He was in the thick of it. Torrid battle, 45 seconds left to go. And you can see here, now he's either saying, the umpires are going to say one or two things here. They're going to say, Escapite shouldn't have played the back shot into Thomas Hunt's horse, or they're going to say Thomas Hunt rode under the shot of Escapite. So it'll be an interesting decision, but it looks like it's going to be a penalty to New Zealand. They're going to say that Thomas Hunt did ride under the shot there of Escapite, and as such, the United States have an opportunity now to equalise here with 45 seconds left on the clock. So Tommy Biddle will be playing this on a little brown horse called Centellia. Centellia, an Argentine mare. Be Tommy Biddle again. Hits it, and he gets the curve. What a great shot there, Tommy Biddle. He equalises, so 40 seconds left on the clock, and it's the United States now equalising with only one more chukker to go after this to decide who will go through or whose points will accumulate to get through these preliminary games. Now, 30 seconds left to go. Sam Hopkinson for New Zealand now bringing it in on the buckskin pony. Gets a good bounce. Riding hard now. Biddle appealing for the foul, saying he had the near side shot there. Sam Hopkinson getting the bounce off the wall, but he doesn't. He's got plenty of time. He actually doesn't. He's only got 8 seconds, but he's right in the heart of the goal mouth here. Here he goes. Thomas Hunt, the man of the moment. Well, he put it through. And it goes through. It's goal time with 1 second, 2 seconds left to go on the clock. Tom Hunt has put New Zealand back in front, and it's 3-2 at the end of the second chukker here for the Fortune Heights Snow Polo World Cup. So you can see here, Tom Hunt looks like he's got the ball on the end of a string. A lovely little shot there, across to the goal mouth, and then a great neck shot, getting out over the neck of the pony and putting that through to put New Zealand in front. 3-2 as we go to a break here at Fortune Heights. And we're back here, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, the some of the great hospitality there in front of you, down at the marquees here at the Fortune Heights Snow Polo World Cup for 2014. As some of the guests here get some lunch as they settle down for a great afternoon of polo. And the two teams here in front of you, the United States and New Zealand, in a torrid battle. It's an amazing game of polo here. We've got a 3-2 ball game, and it's in favour of New Zealand. In the third and final chukker here, we've got 6 minutes to decide who will get the points here today in this preliminary game. This is Zone 2, and you've got the top seed, New Zealand, up against the third seed, the USA. So you wouldn't think so by watching this game that the seedings were so far apart, because the USA are giving New Zealand a run for their money. So I think the experience of Escapite and Tommy Biddle in the middle is making a great game of it. We've got the higher rated player for the New Zealand team is Sam Hopkinson, the captain. He's a 6-goaler. They've only got the 1 6-goaler, the New Zealand team, but they've got 2 5-goalers in Tom Hunt and Kit Brooks, who are doing a great job up the front. So the damage at the moment, though, is being done. The New Zealand player that's standing out at the moment is Tom Hunt. He's doing a fantastic job there in the middle at number 2. He's got his hands full marking Escapite, but he's doing New Zealand proud at the moment. So, but the USA definitely not out of it. Umpire Nico Scorticini will throw the ball in, saying, give me some space here. I want a clear tunnel to throw this ball through. And the ball has been thrown in now. And who's out there first? It's Del Walton for the United States. But back there is Kit Brooks, who backs it, and it's gone out over the board. So into that crowd goes the ball. Lucky it's a little bit softer than the standard polo ball. But the ball's been thrown in again now. Who's going to come up with it? New Zealand now backs it again down the boards, looking for his number 2, Tom Hunt, again the man of the moment in this game, but he's been ridden out of it by Walton, the number 1 for the USA. Now backs it. Who's back first? Sam Hopkinson goes for the back shot, appeals for the foul hook, and he got it. So umpires there saying that he was hooked by the USA player as he went up for the backswing, and that's why the whistle has gone. When you're going for a back shot like that, you can only hook the mallet on its way down. You can't hook the mallet as the player winds up for his shot. And you'll just have to see. Look here in the replay. He goes up, and as he went up, Tommy Biddle put his stick out there and hooked the New Zealand mallet, the New Zealand player's mallet. And it's then a foul to New Zealand in favour of New Zealand. So it'll be Hopkinson now opening the shoulders, hitting it down to Tom Hunt, who gets hard ridden there by Escapite, who then claims the line, gets through there. Escapite now is going to have a big back shot. New Zealand get the great bounce. Kit Brooks, but he can't find where the ball is. It's underneath his pony now. Big neck shot required by Tom Hunt, who gets hooked out of it by Tommy Biddle Jr. Now the ball stays in play. Will New Zealand come up with another goal here? Clearing shot there by Biddle, who hits it out towards the boards. And who's there? Escapite gets a very good bounce off the boards. Now will he follow it? He can't make the most of it now. Big ride-off required here by Tom Hunt, who does so. Tommy Biddle Jr. for the United States didn't see where the ball went. Now Brooks and Escapite in a hustle. Escapite nearly out the front door, but it's Biddle and Hunt in the corner now. Oh, it's nearly going to be an own goal, but it wasn't. Oh, so close, so close. So Del Walton was trying to clear that, got a very, very bad bounce, and it then came off the leg of his pony. And you'll see the slow-mo here. So hit there by Tom Hunt, got past Biddle of the United States. He went across, but there as Escapite went to hit that through the goal, it came off the leg of his pony, went out over the back line. So because it was forced out, the umpires are saying as he went and did that, he did actually foul the New Zealand player. So New Zealand will get a shot at goal. Here in front of the commentary team, Tom Hunt will, for New Zealand, the number 2, will go and he's got to try and get past Tommy Biddle, who's there in the goalmouth, going to try and block. He's going to play goalkeeper. He hits it cleanly, but it's gone wide. So unlucky there for New Zealand, but United States now very happy with the result. They're going to have a tap in from the back line, and it's going to be Biddle now bringing the ball out here. He's just checking, looking for runners, and great big shot there by Biddle as he hits it out to the right, looking for Del Walton, the number 1. He's the attacking player here for the United States, Del Walton. Just waiting for the bounce. He's supported well by the number 2, Escapite, for the United States, but it's still Walton all the way, but he's been ridden out of it by Hunt. Hunt can't quite get the hit on it. Now Walton weaves his way through the pony's legs. Now it's Walton he's surrounded by Kiwis, which means the ball's been left there for Biddle now, who's appealing for the line. Will he just try and walk this one through? And the whistle has gone. Oh, they did all the work, the United States, but it's not to be. I think Biddle was ridden out of it by Tom Hunt. Let's see if we might get a replay here, but I think Tom Hunt rode Biddle off the line of the ball, and he leant across the front of Tom Hunt's pony, and as a result, the penalty went to New Zealand. So New Zealand now still in their half, and they're just inside halfway, but they were in attack. Now it's going to be United States in attack. Hopkinson on Escapite, the 2-6 goalers. Now Escapite trying a back shot, now leaves it for Biddle, who comes around behind him now. Doesn't have a man on him, but he can't convert with that shot. Now clearing back shot there by Sam Hopkinson. Now Hopkinson back, but Escapite for the United States is back there. He's looking over his shoulder, seeing who's there to hit it to. He just decides to go for the deflection off the boards. Biddle comes down the line, cuts it across to the middle of the field. Now it's going to be Escapite, can't quite convert. The ball's popped up, it's come off the leg of a pony now. Who's back there? It's New Zealand all over it at the moment, and now it's going to be Hopkinson clearing it towards the boards, does so, gets it out of the goal mouth. Now who's back there? Tom Hunt for New Zealand. New Zealand, big neck shot down the boards, doesn't quite get the shot he wants, so Escapite will just dribble it around. Biddle comes through. Biddle now for the United States. Takes it forward towards the goal, but it's gone out over the back line. Good passage of play, a great polo there by both teams. Great defence and attack. And it just goes to show you how quickly this game can turn around. But it's New Zealand 1 goal in front, 3 goals to 2, with 2 minutes and 25 seconds left on the clock. And Escapite getting out of the way so that Sam Hopkinson can hit this ball up the field. Kid Brooks coming around in support, but he's still got to try and keep Tommy Biddle out of the play here. Who's there? Escapite now. As Kid Brooks leaves his man to go and try and get the hook on Escapite. Escapite now keeps the ball, leaves it for Biddle, who necks it through. Now Escapite claims the line early. Hunt tries to lean out for the ball. Kid Brooks going for a near side back shot towards the boards and gets a clean shot. Very well played by Brooks. Now Sam Hopkinson goes for the deflection off the boards. Tactically he was trying to get that deflection off the boards, but he's chipped it into the grandstand. Well, I've got to take a breath. A minute 40 left on the clock. They say the best form of defence is attack, and it's New Zealand now on the attack now, and the whistle has gone. Sam Hopkinson thought he was in the clear and going for goal, and wasn't to be. You'll see the ball come flying out of the line out here. Hopkinson has a swing, and then Biddle appeals for the penalty, and the umpire's now in discussion. I didn't see a lot wrong with it, but the umpires did. Maybe it was gear they thought was wrong. Some broken gear or something that they thought. We'll have a quick look here. And yeah, the umpires will not award a penalty here because they couldn't agree. They're going to have a throw in towards the boards here. So a nail biter here for the first game, ladies and gentlemen. The umpire's just going to pick up another ball that's out on the field. But it's New Zealand, the top seeds in this zone, in front by a nose, in front by 1 goal. And we saw yesterday how quickly these last minute and 30 seconds can go, and how many goals can actually be scored in a minute and 30. So it's not over yet for the United States. So the ball gets thrown in. Umpire Chris Bethel throws the ball in now. Back shot there by Walton, heading and looking straight towards it, and he gets it. And that's what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. That's the goal that they needed, the United States, and that's the equaliser. So here we go, hitting off the back line. Now New Zealand need to score next if they want to try and win this game. They've got a minute and 17 left, and it will be Sam Hopkinson for New Zealand, the captain, bringing it in. Will he go for the big clearing shot? Does. Gets it through the legs of the pony of Escapite. Now it goes forward. Biddle's lost side of the ball. Who's got it? It's Walton. Del Walton gets the bounce. Lucky bounce off the boards. Now Walton's going to have to go back in defence. Leaves the ball behind the ball. Lucky bounce for New Zealand's Tom Hunt. Keeps the ball, keeps the dream alive, keeps the line. He thought Escapite might have come. Will New Zealand put it through here? Sam Hopkinson now. Lovely little shot, but it was hit out of the air by the American team. Now, off the top of the bounce, it's Tommy Biddle swinging stick side, near side now. Who's going to be back there? Kid Brooks. Lovely shot. Sam Hopkinson. There's only daylight between him and the goalpost. Will Escapite get there quickly enough? He's put a little bit too much on it. And I think the Americans are going to watch this one go over the sideline. We've got 30 seconds to see if we go into a penalty shootout. We don't play a draw in this tournament, ladies and gentlemen. We will be going to a penalty shootout, and it's going to be America, the United States of America, bringing it in off the back line. The New Zealanders scrambling in defence now. The two heavier players for the New Zealand team going back in defence, and it's gone out over the boards with 7 seconds left on the clock. And I think that means we'll be going to a shootout. Sudden death, penalty shootout to decide who will win this first game. We're going to a penalty shootout, ladies and gentlemen, to decide the winner of this first game. So that's an indication of how great this game has been up till now. Nothing in it between these two teams. The United States have really brought their A-grade game here today. And the two 6-goalers for the US have shown the way. And the umpire's now just quickly going through the rules with the players as to how this is going to work. So, the crowd on the edge of their seats, they've come down here to see some polo, and they're getting plenty of value for their money here today. So 2 more games to go after this. And at the end of the third chukker here, we're tied up at 3-all, and we're going to a penalty shootout. So we will see what happens from here. But the next game coming up, that's going to be a cracker as well, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Canada versus France. So they're both second-seeded teams. They're seeded second in their groups. And so, you know, it's going to be a very torrid battle there when they're so evenly handicapped. And the combinations there, the Canadians and the French will be going at it straight after this game. But later on this afternoon, after that one, we'll have Brazil versus South Africa, and then that will wrap up today's play. But at the moment now, it's where I'm just interested to see whether these players will actually change ponies for the penalty shootout. Some will, some won't. Some people say, oh, that one's easier to hit penalties off than this one. I'll just go and have a quick drink and stay on that pony. But the coaches might come out and they might say, oh, they get to choose which balls they use for their penalty shootouts. And nail-biting stuff. If you don't have your gloves on, that is. So umpires Bethel and Nico Scortaccini overseeing the preparations for this penalty shootout here. And because of the point system for this tournament and the 2 different zones, we can't actually have a draw at the end of the 3 chukkers. We have to go to a penalty shootout to get a result. On your screen is Kit Brooks. So we're going now to see some of these highlights of the game that was just on. It's still in motion now, really. The on-field super slow-mo. Great opportunity for our cameramen to show off their skills and show off the quality of the footage that these guys can create these days. It's just amazing. You see every grimace, every smile, every chomp of the bit. You can see the rawhide nosebands there on these bridles. And you see the players there with their big knee guards, and that's why when you have big hits like that, that's why you need those knee guards, because if you get a big ride-off like that without the knee guards on, you can do some serious damage to the cartilage in your knees. You can see some kids playing down at the far end of the field. Snow fights. yet to really snow here in Tianjin. They're down in the Wonderland with all the different symbols you can see from the different participating countries. So there's you can see Mexican cactuses from the Mexican teams. You can see the Statue of Liberty down there. But the players now coming up to start their penalty shootout now, and it'll be the United States going first. Tommy Biddle Jr., the captain, number 3 for the United States to be the first one. So he'll be trying to just calm the adrenaline down from the game that he's been participating in, and just try to keep his head clear. Obviously, it's not like soccer where they can defend this one, but it's just a shot at goal. Each player gets a shot at goal. And he shanked that out to the right, and he's not happy. You can see the after swing there. He's the captain, not happy at all. So it'll go now to the New Zealand. Next will be a New Zealand player, and it will be Thomas Hunt. You can see the replay here. He's just hit that with the butt of the mallet, and look at that. He's angry. The United States not happy at all with that. He's done it 1,000 times before, but here we go, Thomas Hunt for New Zealand. And he's wide. Umpires pointed wide. So we've had 2 misses from and that shows you how hard it is to hit this ball when we've got professional polo players from all around the world having a shot. And you'll see here, it's gone and shanked out. Umpire Bethel very quick to point that one out wide to the right. So nerves building now as we see. Del Walton, the number 1 for the United States, and it's goal time. The USA put the first points on the board of the penalty shootout with Del Walton, the 3-goaler from America, putting the ball straight through. And you'll see here, same approach as the other 2, just leans back, but he just calculated for the curve there. You can see the ball curving. It doesn't travel very straight once it's up in the air. And now it'll be Sam Hopkinson for the New Zealand team taking his shot. And it's gone wide. So we may get another replay here, but Sam Hopkinson took his shot, and it's now, after 2 shots each, the United States 1 up. So an opportunity here for the United States, the underdogs, the 3rd-seeded team, to win this game. If he can put this through, if our number 2, Pelon Escapite, the 6-goaler from the United States, if he can put this one through the goals, it will be victory to the United States. Only not settled. But he hits it, looks wide. Oh, the pressure's on. So we're all tied up with. He's missed it. So Kit Brooks needs to get this one through to at least get them another penalty shootout. Escapite shaking his head. Kit Brooks, the lowest handicap player on the ground. Hits it, and it goes through, and he's equalised. So it's 1 apiece now after each team has had their... And he is happy. He knows how important that goal is. So the umpires now will call him through again. You can see Kit Brooks, youngest player here on this in this game. And I'll go to another penalty shootout now, as far as I'm aware, because both countries have put 1 in and missed 2. So we will go again. But now it's sudden death. So first team to miss now, I think you'll find. Sorry. So now you'll see there's a New Zealand player can defend this now. But it's sudden death. Here we go. Tommy Biddle Jr. for the United States. Hits it, and it's over. So Tom Hunt could have blocked it, but it was a nice high shot. Tommy Biddle making sure he got that one right. So that now, if the New Zealand team missed this one, look at this shot here. So Tom Hunt ready to block it, curves it the right way, flag is up, and the United States now. With a little bit of wind in their sails, they're just hoping now we'll see Tom Hunt for New Zealand come in and try and hit this one. And he gets it, but it goes through. So the sudden death, and both countries now have one apiece. Even though Tommy Biddle could have blocked that one and we got the mallet onto it, it still went through. Umpire Bethel, hand went up very quickly. And so you'll see here clearly now, Tom Hunt hits it, comes off the mallet, but it still goes through that goal post, and it's now very interesting. So it'll be, I think it might be Walton taking this one. Del Walton for the United States rides in. Oh, and it goes through. Tom Hunt overrode it a little bit, ran it along the ground, and it's now the United States 2, with the New Zealand team still to have their shot. So Tom Hunt didn't quite read that one, had to get back to it, didn't get back in time, put out the stick, but he couldn't get there. Oh, it's exciting. The very first opening game here today, and we're into a lovely shot there by Sam Hopkinson, and the flag's gone up. So, New Zealand with 3 goals, and all the pressure now on Escapite. So, the last shot of this round, all the pressure of the United States is on the head of Escapite as he walks in to take this shot. That's Tommy Biddle on your screen now. He's already had his shot, and this is the last player to go. Escapite. Looks wide. It looks wide. Umpires have pointed wide. So, here we go. Yep. Umpire Bethel in the right spot. So sudden death, here we go. Kit Brooks. If he can put this through. Hits it, and it's through. It looks like New Zealand have won it. And a penalty shootout that's gone through 2 rounds of penalty shootout. And the United States, what a way to lose a game. Both teams very deserved victors, but it was the luck of the ball, and it was, in the end, New Zealand coming out winners here, the top seed for the teams in this group, beating the United States in a very tight game, even down to the penalty shootout going into 2 rounds, which is almost unheard of. And we have the winners of our first game here today, New Zealand by penalty shootout. And the players will now leave the field, and we will start to get ready. At full time, it was 7 goals to 6 in favour of New Zealand after a very torrid penalty shootout. As I said, a nail biter showing you how close the polo is here at this World Cup, the Fortune Heights Snow Polo World Cup 2014. What an amazing game of polo we've just seen in front of us. And you can see the winning goal coming from Kit Brooks here. Hits it cleanly, gets the shoulder of Tommy Biddle and still goes through. Can you believe that? And Here he goes. Watch this. Watch the slow, super slow-mo. Goes and hits hits his hand, tries to block it. But unfortunately for the United States, it wasn't to be today. So it will be New Zealand going through to get the 2 points as we get ready for our next game. This coming straight up will be between Canada and France. But today, the first game, the winners, New Zealand, 7 goals to 6 after an amazing penalty shootout.